Welcome to another episode of Dale's Dinosaurs at the Pool Room. Today we are going to review Mattel's new Beipiaosaurus, and then we can talk about the dinosaur itself. The figure comes in this frenzy pack size. It's a simple packaging which allows the figure to be fully tangible for those people who like to keep their figures still in the packet. And on the back of the card it shows the other figures in the wave and also where to find this scan tag. As you know, I prefer a loose display, so let's rip her open. Now that we've got the figure out of the packet, we can have a better look at it. Although not very accurate, it's still a pretty cool figure to add to the collection. It is smaller than the Therizinosaurus figure that we got from Hammond Collection, but not as small as the actual dinosaur should have been. Let's have a little look at what we've got though. The colours are okay, kind of muted browns, no real pattern, which is possibly very accurate. The head sculpt looks quite menacing though. The mouth opens, which is nice. The arms, legs and neck are all articulated, although I don't know, I doubt I will stray from this actual pose. Does it make it more playable? Possibly, definitely the neck and the mouth articulation. The scan tag is underfoot, and the one thing, I'll make sure we can see that. The one thing I'm not a fan of though is, I'll show it to you there, is this model number. Just printed in plain sight. Yuck, Mattel. Really don't like that at all. But let's quickly show articulation points. Mouth here. Arms. They don't actually go out. They are just an up and down movement. At least the wrists aren't pronated, which is good. And the legs, nice and stiff. I like that. And then, there we go. There we have our... the mouth doesn't actually stay closed, but it can open and kind of sit in this half open pose. There you go. Right, let's talk a little bit about Beipiaosaurus. Therizinosaur theropod from the early Cretaceous, about 130 to 122 million years ago in what is now China. Beipiaosaurus was discovered in 1996 and described in 1999. The name comes from the city it was discovered near and basically translates to Beipiao lizard. 3 Beipiaosaurus have been discovered so far and together can create a composite to give us an idea of how the dinosaur looked. Beipiaosaurus was a small therizinosaur, estimated to be 2.2 metres long and around 27 kilos. Now if we bring Robert Muldoon into frame here, for a size comparison, we can see the sculpt is a lot bigger than the dinosaur that was discovered. It would have been better sculpted, smaller and released as a 2-pack. Oh my god, remember those 2-packs? I thought Mattel was on an absolute winner with the Guanlong and Lystrosaurus 2-pack. The 2 smaller figures packaged together was amazing. Please, 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 Mattel, bring this back. Anyway, thanks, Robert. Anyway, it had feathers, possibly not as we know in today's birds, but long, thin proto-feathers over a downy covering. The feathers, let me just put that more in the middle. The feathers are known to be brown in colour and be concentrated around the neck and the tail. The tail did have a fan of feathers, which isn't shown in this figure, as there was a pygostyle on the fossil. Beipiaosaurus had 3 toes, unlike this figure, which is actually sculpted with 4. Later Therizinosaurus did have 4 toes, but this early theory basically only had 3. It's actually kind of funny knowing that the sculptors got the Hammond Collection Therizinosaurus toes wrong, because they only did 3 toes on the ground and had the 4th toe up in the air. And then they've gone the other way around with this sculpt, when Beipiaosaurus only actually had 3 toes. There you go. It had a shorter neck than other Therizinosaurus. Let's just get a pose here. This one still seems to be sculpted with a longish neck. Being a smaller species, it also and also having a shorter neck, Beipiaosaurus was possibly a low grazer. Based on its teeth, it was herbivorous, possibly an omnivore. Beipiaosaurus would have lived in a fluctuating climate, warm and humid with dry periods. Temperature would have been around 10 degrees Celsius average, and other dinosaurs at the time and place would have been Eutyrannus, Sinornithosaurus, Dilong. There would have been snails and slugs and many insects, fish, tree-dwelling birds, mammals, lizards. The land would have been covered in conifers and ferns. You know, I hope this video has been able to paint a picture of Beipiaosaurus and where it would have lived. That's pretty much all I have for today. If you have any dinosaurs you would like me to review, please mention them in the comments. And until next time, doesn't matter what you collect as long as you enjoy collecting. You've been watching Dale at Dale's Dinosaurs at the Pool Room. Until next time, take care.